Benzene mechanism. But in benzene mechanism, right? But if we talk about benzene mechanism, then there start elimination, start reaction from elimination and then addition, right? So this is difference between two types of mechanism. One is normal mechanism and second is benzene mechanism. So you can see, I think now the ppt is visible. You can see here, right? So this mechanism we had discussed in our previous class, right? Elimination addition mechanism, right? So ring is not activated, I already told their ring is not activated, right? And why ring is not activated? Because there is not electron withdrawing group, right? And when there is not electron withdrawing group, it means your ring is not activated. It means that is not comfortable for nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. That is not comfortable for nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, right? So in that case, if your nucleophile is extremely good one, right? It means if your nucleophile is strong, right? So then they give this mechanism, which is called benzene mechanism, right? You can see if we have halobenzene, right? They react with sodium amine or that react with potassium amine, right? In presence of ammonia, right? In the presence of ammonia, then they easily convert into a product, and that product is aniline, right? So this reaction follow benzene mechanism. This reaction follow benzene mechanism, where first you can see here, where first step is elimination step and second step is addition step, where first step is addition and second step is elimination, right? So you can see here, right? In first step, first this nucleophile, this NH2 minus, because potassium amine easily dissociate into K plus and NH2 minus ion. Or if you have sodium amine, that is also very active compound, they can easily convert into sodium, sorry, Na plus and NH2 minus ion. NH2 minus ion is a good leaving group, good nucleophile, so they easily attack at your haloalkane. So they easily attack at your haloalkane, right? And when they easily attack at haloalkane, then they withdraw H plus ion, right? Then they withdraw H plus ion. And when they withdraw H plus ion, then you can see, when they withdraw H plus ion, then you can see that convert into this types of carbene. They convert into this types of carbene, right? So this is important. And during this reaction, NH3 will remove out, right? NH3 will remove out. Now in second part of this step, you can see, right? X remove out, right? Here X remove out, right? And then this negative charge convert into pi bond, then in benzene ring, you can see between carbon carbon triple bond also, right? In benzene ring, there between carbon carbon triple bond also, right? So when triple bond between carbon carbon, then this is very reactive intermediate, and this is called benzene intermediate. And during this process, you can see, because here H plus remove and here X minus remove, so we can say here HX remove, right? So removal of HX, it means it is like a elimination reaction, because you people already know elimination reaction means that reaction where a small bimolecule remove out, right? Where a small bimolecule remove out, like HX, right? HX remove out, it means a small bimolecule remove out, right? So this is the reaction. So it is called complete elimination reaction, because HCl removed during this process or HX removed during this process, right? If we talk about next one, you can see here, now in the second step, you can see benzene, right? Benzene, your intermediate react with NH2 minus, same type of step, because you can see in first step NH2 minus react, same here NH2 minus once again attack, but here addition reaction, here not elimination, here addition. Now this NH2 minus attack on this carbon at same carbon, and then you can see sigma bond between N and carbon, right? Why? Because negative charge convert into sigma bond. You can see negative charge convert into sigma bond, and then in next step you can see this pi bond convert into negative charge. This pi bond convert into negative charge. It is important point. This pi bond convert into negative charge, right? Now after that, you can see, right, once they convert into this types of carbene, right? Then next one molecule of ammonia, give their H plus ion. One molecule of ammonia give their H plus ion, and then they convert into aniline, right? So in first step, NH2 minus add, and in second part, you can see H plus add. It means overall these two are part of addition reaction. Overall, these two are part of addition reaction, right? So first two step related to elimination reaction, and second two step related to addition addition reaction. So overall we can say this is an elimination addition mechanism, right? So sometime we people know normally nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction follows second order mechanism, right? We people already know first step is addition step, where nucleophile attack at your substrate and that convert into a complex like compound, or due to ipso attack, right? Because nucleophile attack at that carbon where already exists leaving group, right? So that is called ipso attack, right? And then there is a 3 resonance structure, and at the last step or fast step they convert into your product, right? So that is 2-step reaction. In first step addition and second step elimination. Here 2-step also, but here first elimination and second addition. So due to this region, because their addition elimination and here elimination addition, so due to this region the factors also affect differently, right, to that mechanism or this mechanism, right? Addition elimination mechanism affected by nucleophile in different way, right? And elimination addition mechanism affected by different types of factor in different, right? I will discuss that in coming PPT. You can see, right, why we call it benzene mechanism. Why? During this process benzene intermediate form, right? Because during this process benzene intermediate form, so it is called benzene mechanism also. So it is called benzene mechanism. Now after that, next point of discussion, it is also very important mechanism in nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. You can see, right, SN1 type mechanism, right? SN1, it means first order nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? These are very rare, there are very rare number of compound which follow this mechanism in aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? तो कहने का अर्थ ये हो गया कि बहुत कम मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, बहुत कम कंपाउंड्स होते हैं जो इस टाइप की रिएक्शन को फॉलो करते हैं, जो SN1 टाइप मैकेनिज्म को फॉलो करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन सी हियर बेंजीन डायजोनियम आयन, right? Benzene diazonium ion follow SN1 type mechanism. Why they follow SN1 type mechanism? Because you people can see here, right? This compound is already activated compound. This compound is already activated compound because nitrogen with, right, plus charge. Nitrogen with plus charge. So this compound is already activated compound, right? During this compound, you can see that give reversible reaction where this aromatic compound convert into carbocation, and during this reaction release nitrogen gas, right? So you can see this is a reversible reaction. This is a reversible reaction. This is slow step of this mechanism where your benzene diazonium cation, convert into a cation, right, along with remove out nitrogen gas, right? So now once they convert into this cation, you know cation is very good electrophile, right? So right, because it's a very good electrophile, so nucleophile can easily attack at this compound, right? Now once they convert into this, then very fastly nucleophile attack at this point, right, and they convert into a product, right? So this reaction this step is fast step because once this intermediate form, a carbocation form, then nucleophile can easily attack and they convert that into a aromatic product, right? So the reaction second step is fast, first step is slow, and you know in first step only and only your substrate participate, or only and only benzene diazonium ion participate, only and only benzene diazonium ion participate. This is region why we call that it is first order reaction, right? So it is first order nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction because during this step, during a slow step or rate determination step, only one reactant participate, right? You can see this is very this is a rare mechanism, but in few cases, especially benzene diazonium chloride, right, or benzene diazonium ion, they follow this mechanism, right? So it is also one of the important mechanism according to your syllabus, right? You need to note this mechanism also. Now after that, next one mechanism you can see here, right? So this is SRN1 mechanism. This is SRN1 mechanism. It is very important mechanism. It is called unimolecular radical nucleophilic substitution reaction. S means substitution, R means radical, N means nucleophilic, 1 means first order or unimolecular reaction, right? So it is unimolecular radical nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, what is important point related to this mechanism? The you people can see here, right? First of all, sometime how the radical form. So you know radical form during different conditions, right? Sometime we required photochemical conditions, sometime we required thermal conditions, sometime we required electrochemical condition, because for radical mechanism we required unpaired electron. For radical mechanism we require unpaired electron, either that in free state or that with any molecule or that with any ion, right? So we required radical. How we produce radical? So there are three types of condition you can see, either photochemical condition or electrochemical condition or thermochemical condition, right? So three types of conditions or three types of source for removal of unpaired electron, right? For initiate this reaction we required solvated electron, right? तो इस रिएक्शन को इनिशिएट करने के लिए या शुरू करने के लिए आपको एक इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए होता है, और वो इलेक्ट्रॉन आपको कहां से मिलता है? वो इलेक्ट्रॉन आपको नॉर्मली सॉल्वेंट से मिलता है, और सॉल्वेंट भी इजीली आपको अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं देता है। सॉल्वेंट भी इजीली आपको अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं देता है, उसे आपको एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ती है। तो यू नीड टू प्रोवाइड एनर्जी टू solvent molecule, and then solvent molecule release unpaired electron or free electron for this mechanism, right? So sometime photochemical conditions required, sometime electrochemical condition, or sometime thermal condition. It means energy source are different. Sometime photochemical condition, it means sometime the energy which we provide, right? So their source is a photon, right? So photon from solar energy, photon release, right? And then that photon interact with your solvent molecule, and when they interact with your solvent molecule, then they give electron, right? Then they give electron in excited state, they give their electron, and that electron participate in this mechanism, right? Now sometime if not photochemical condition, then you then we can provide energy in form of electricity, and that is called electrochemical energy. So sometimes we provide energy in form of electricity, right? From external source we provide energy, and that is electrical energy, right? By that electrical energy your solvent molecule excite and then give electron, right? So then this is called electrochemical reaction, then this is called electrochemical reaction. Sometime if not that condition, then thermal condition also. If we give high temperature, right, if we apply heat or if we give high temperature, then that temperature or that energy also eliminate one electron from solvent molecule, right? And then that electron interact with your compound, right? So normally haloalkane, or you can see that X with benzene ring, right? When react with unpaired or free electron, when they react with unpaired or free electron, then you can see they convert into a radical. They convert into a radical. You can see, then they convert into a radical, right? They convert into this radical, right? Because one electron if come here, if one extra electron come here, then you can see there is one negative charge, or there is a odd electron. Very simple, there is a odd electron. After that, in propagation step, you can see this activated haloalkane, this activated haloarine compound, this activated haloarine compound, you can see they convert into, they react with X minus, right? They react with X minus, right? And when they react with X minus, when they remove, sorry, X minus, when they remove X minus, because now it is activated, so they can lose X minus, right? Cl minus or Br minus, right? And then there one electron. So now they convert into aryl radical. Now they convert into aryl radical as a intermediate. It means during this process, aryl radical intermediate form. During this reaction, aryl radical intermediate form. After that, in next step, nucleophile attack at this point, right? In next step, nucleophile attack at this point, right? And then you can see they convert into Nu and with odd electron, Nu with odd electron, right? So they convert into this types of you can say that this types of radical. This is called radical ion. This is also radical ion. Now after that, next step or term, because you people already know, right? Free radical. If I talk about free radical, then there are 3 steps. One is called initiation step. First step is initiation step. Then second step is called propagation step, and then third step is called termination step, right? 3 steps. Now you can see this radical ion, right? When they react with haloalkane, then they convert into this types of product, right? They convert into product, right? And then this benzene along with X and radical, right? It means radical ion form. It means further radical ion form, right? So this radical ion you can use for production of so many product molecule, right? You can use this radical ion for production of so many product. So it is called propagation cycle continue. It means propagation from this radical ion, propagation will continue, right? So many other molecule you can produce from this reaction, right? So these are 3 important steps. You can see one is initiation step, then propagation step, then termination step. If we talk about unimolecular radical nucleophilic substitution reaction, then what is important thing? Important thing is that the reaction initiated by solvated electron. It means reaction start from solvated electron. It means for this reaction we require solvated electron. How we produce solvated electron? Now the point come, how we produce solvated electron. So it is produced sometime by photochemical energy, right? Sometime by electrical energy, or sometime by thermal energy, right? So 3 types of energy or 3 types of source of energy provide us electron from solvent. Now that electron react with haloalkane, right? Then they convert into radical ion. You can see, then they convert into radical ion, because you know X is highly electronegative, halogen is highly electronegative. So they can take electron, convert into this types of radical ion, right? Negative charge along with one odd electron, right? Now after that, in propagation step, this radical ion release X minus, and then here, right, unpaired electron come, and then they convert into aryl radical. This is one of the important intermediate, right, in propagation step. And at the end, nucleophile Nu minus attack at this position, and they convert into radical ion. They convert into radical ion like this, right? Now this radical ion, right, react with other molecule of haloalkane, right, give their odd electron or unpaired electron to this haloalkane, because haloalkane easily take unpaired electron, they convert into radical ion, right? And during this process, your product will remove out. During this process, your product will remove out, right? So this is propagation. Then the propagation cycle continue. Why? Because this radical ion formed during this process, so the process is continue. It means this ion or this radical ion we can use more and more time, right, for production of this types of product, right? So this is important steps during for SRN1 mechanism, right? These are important steps for SRN1 mechanism, and this is one of the important mechanism in nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. Now the point come, how different types of factor affect nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. Now the point come, how different types of factors affect nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, right? तो different types के जो factors होते हैं वो किस तरह से nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction को, right, nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction को affect करते हैं. So when we talk about that, so you people already know, first one important, 2 things are very important in nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction as per our earlier discussion. One is electron withdrawing group, and second is strong leaving group. 2 things are very important, right? Without these 2 things, normally nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction is not possible, right? तो मैंने कहा nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction के लिए 2 right factors बहुत ज्यादा important होते हैं. एक होता है आपका electron withdrawing group which activate your aryl or which activate your benzene ring, right? तो electron withdrawing group और second क्या होता है? Leaving group. I will discuss a leaving group after this PPT, right? So first our discussion on effect of electron withdrawing group. How electron withdrawing group affect the nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. So now you can see if you have chlorobenzene, right, then you have you can see para-nitrochlorobenzene, then you have 2,4-dinitrochlorobenzene, right? So if 2 4 and then 6 trinitro right? So if these are three compounds, you can see normally this compound not participate in electrophilic in nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction except if we talk about बेंजाइन मैकेनिज्म, राइट? तो अगर हम बेंजाइन मैकेनिज्म को छोड़ दें तो नॉर्मली आपका जो क्लोरोबेंजीन होता है वो न्यूक्लियोफिलिक एरोमेटिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन को नहीं देता है, राइट? वो न्यूक्लियोफिलिक एरोमेटिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन को नहीं देता है. बट if you compare relative rate of these compounds, right, if this give, right, the rate of reaction is 1, right, for this compound, if the rate of reaction is 1, then if you add nitro group at para position, right, if you add nitro group or if you attach nitro group, one nitro group at para position, then what about the rate compared to this 7 into 10 power 10 time? It's too fast compared to this molecule. It means the rate of reaction is very fast when you attach one nitro group, right? Because you know nitro group is electron withdrawing in their nature, right? And they withdraw electron from benzene ring, and then there is a deficiency of electron. Then there is a deficiency of electron, right? It is 7 into 10 power 10 times fast compared to this reaction. It's a very important thing, right? Now after that, if two nitro group attach at chlorobenzene, so then you can see what about their effect. You know, here 7 into 10 power 10, so then here 2.4 into 10 power 15. It is according to experimental data, right? So NO2, two nitro group, one at ortho position and other at para position, right? So then the rate of reaction is too fast, right? It is 2 into 10 power 2.4 into 10 power 15, right? Now after that, if three nitro group attach, two at ortho position and one at para position, right, then you can see here too fast. It's not possible we can measure their rate even, right? So it's very difficult for us. We can measure rate of this reaction when two nitro and when one para group attach at chlorobenzene, right? So then the rate of nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction is too fast, right? तो कहने का अर्थ ये हो गया कि जब इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप को बेंजीन रिंग पर अटैच किया जाता है तो वो बेंजीन रिंग को न्यूक्लियोफिलिक एरोमेटिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन के लिए बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिवेट कर देता है, राइट? एंड आप देखिए जैसे एक को किया तो इतनी रेट होगी, दूसरे को किया तो इतनी रेट होगी और तीसरे को किया तो फिर तो मेजरमेंट ही डिफिकल्ट हो गया. तो इन दिस वे वी कैन से, राइट, इन दिस वे वी कैन से how electron withdrawing group affect rate of nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. Now after that, if we talk about different types of group attach at benzene as a electron withdrawing group, then what about their relative, right, activating nature, right? So which is much more activating compared to other, right? So you can see N2 plus, right? You can see N2 plus is, you know, benzene diazonium. I already discussed in SN1 type mechanism, right? So there is di, right, diazo with plus diazo ion. So it is a very much activating group. It is a strong activating group, right? After that, NO group, right, nitrogen monoxide, then nitrogen dioxide, then SO3H, right? Remove these plus charge, right? You can direct attach this NO from benzene, you can direct attach this NO2 from benzene, right? You can direct attach this SO3Me, right? So this is order. You can see N2 plus, then NO, then nitrogen dioxide, then SO3Me, then NMe3 plus, right, quaternary amine, then CF3, right, then CF3, then you can see CN, then CHO, right? Then CHO, then CO, then COH, then SO3H, then Br, then Cl, then I, right? So this is how different types of electron withdrawing group activate, right, nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction or benzene in nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, right? Now after that you can see, if I talk about Benzyne mechanism, right, ortho and para position of electron withdrawing group, right, ortho and para position of electron withdrawing group is not suitable for Benzyne mechanism. It is very important one, right? If I talk about simple compound, if I talk about simple compound, right, so then in simple nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, bimolecular nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, ortho and para positions are best for nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, but for Benzyne mechanism it is not so good, right? Why? What is reason behind that? Because the mechanism is entirely different, right? You know, in case of bimolecular nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction, first addition and then elimination, first addition and then elimination, right? But if I talk about Benzyne mechanism, then first is elimination and second step is addition, right? So this is reason behind that. This is reason behind, because here first step is elimination. Here first step is elimination, not addition. If addition, then Nu minus attack, then Nu minus attack, and when Nu minus attack, then, right, if electron withdrawing group present at ortho and para position, then they withdraw electron from these position, right? अगर मैंने कहा ऐसा होता कि पहला स्टेप एडिशन वाला होता, तो रेजोनेंस जो स्ट्रक्चर बनते हैं वहां पर इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप मोस्ट स्टेबल रेजोनेंस स्टेट को देता, लेकिन वो यहां पर नहीं होता है, क्योंकि बेंजाइन मैकेनिज्म में जो पहला स्टेप होता है वो क्या होता है? वो होता है एलिमिनेशन स्टेप, राइट? तो यू कैन सी इफ यू हैव सपोज दैट ऑर्थो कंपाउंड, अगर आपके पास ऑर्थो है, अगर आपके पास क्या है? ऑर्थो है, तो देन इन केस ऑफ ऑर्थो, ऑर्थो के केस में क्या होगा? X will remove out, ये X क्या हो जाएगा? रिमूव हो जाएगा, एंड देन right, when X will remove out, then the triple bond between these two carbon, इन दो कार्बन के बीच में, यहां पे मिस हो गया, इन दो कार्बन के बीच में क्या बनता? ट्रिपल बॉन्ड बनता है, राइट? नाउ द ट्रिपल बॉन्ड बिटवीन दीज टू कार्बन, नाउ द ट्रिपल बॉन्ड बिटवीन दीज टू कार्बन, इन दो कार्बन के बीच में क्या बनता? ट्रिपल बॉन्ड बनता, राइट? नाउ आफ्टर दैट इन नेक्स्ट केस यू कैन सी इफ पैरा, अगर पैरा वाला केस होता, अगर क्या होता? पैरा वाला केस होगा, तो फिर आप देखिए फिर वो कहां पे बनता? पैरा के केस में आइदर दैट दिस साइड, अगर ये पैरा ये निकल जाएगा ना, तो ये बॉन्ड आइदर इस साइड जाएगा और इस साइड जाएगा, इस साइड जाएगा या इस साइड जाएगा, लेकिन एग्जैक्टली दोनों के दोनों क्या होंगे? सेम ही होंगे, इधर जाए इधर जाए, बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप, राइट? तो दिस इज अबाउट पैरा. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट मेटा, अगर मेटा से एक्स निकलता है, राइट, तो आप देखिए या तो डबल बॉन्ड इस साइड जाएगा या तो डबल बॉन्ड इस साइड, इट मींस देन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स द पोजीशन ऑफ डबल बॉन्ड चेंज, राइट? तो वी कैन से दैट टू रेजोनेंस स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म, राइट? यहां पे क्या हो रहा है? जब मेटा पोजीशन पे अगर आपका जो इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप है वो मेटा पोजीशन पे है, तो देन दे गिव टू रेजोनेंस स्ट्रक्चर, यू कैन सी देन दे गिव टू रेजोनेंस स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? एंड दे गिव स्टेबिलिटी टू बेंजाइन इंटरमीडिएट, देन दे गिव स्टेबिलिटी टू बेंजाइन इंटरमीडिएट, राइट? इट मींस द मेटा पोजीशन ऑफ electron withdrawing group is good, right, for stability of your intermediate, right? If you talk about para, then second number goes to para, right, because they are symmetric either this side or this side with respect to electron withdrawing group, that is same, right? So they give, and then at the end ortho, because ortho here double bond between these two carbon, right? Double bond between these two carbon, if this side, then double bond between these two carbon, right? So in this way you can say that the electron withdrawing group, the factor electron withdrawing group affect, right, Benzyne mechanism also, but not at that level, right? And here meta position is suitable compared to ortho and para position, right? Now after the next point come leaving group. If I talk about leaving group, because I already told two factors are very important, जैसे कि मैंने पहले ही कहा, दो फैक्टर सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक आपका लिविंग ग्रुप है और एक आपका कौन सा वाला ग्रुप है, एक आपका इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप है। तो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट लिविंग ग्रुप, जब मैं लिविंग ग्रुप की बात करता हूं तो नाइट्रो गुड बट डिपेंड ऑन न्यूक्लियोफाइल, राइट। नाइट्रो ग्रुप, राइट, इज गुड living group, right, but it depend on also types of condition and types of nucleophile, right. So what about the order? You can see F, then NO2, then O, TS, then SOPH, then Cl, BRI, then N3, then AR, then OR, then SH, SR, and then NH3, right. So these are the order of living group, right. It means F, right, and NO2 are a good living group because they are strong electron withdrawing group also, right. क्योंकि ये क्या होते हैं, बहुत अच्छे इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप होते हैं, इसलिए ये क्या होते हैं, अच्छे लिविंग ग्रुप भी होते हैं। नाइट्रो इज ए गुड लिविंग ग्रुप, राइट, बिकॉज दे आर strong electron withdrawing also, or you know about F, that is highly electronegative element, right. So these are two important about living group. You can see nitro and cyano different effect in benzene mechanism, right. If you talk about nitro, right, if you talk about nitro, right, so nitro, the group nitro, अगर आप नाइट्रो की बात करते हो तो नाइट्रो जो होता है वो बेंजाइन, राइट, इज नॉट ए गुड लिविंग ग्रुप, बहुत अच्छा लिविंग ग्रुप नहीं होता है, राइट। और उसके पीछे भी रीजन क्या है, अगर हम उसके पीछे रीजन की बात करते हैं, लिविंग ग्रुप की बात करते हैं और उसके पीछे रीजन की बात करते हैं, तो रीजन वही निकल के आता है। रीजन क्या निकल के आता है, रीजन वही निकल के आता है, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन, दैट इज स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप। पहला तो वो क्या है, स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप है। और दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट क्या है कि आप देखिए, अगर मैं बाइमॉलिक्यूलर न्यूक्लियोफिलिक एरोमेटिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन की बात करता हूं, तो इन दैट केस, राइट, फर्स्ट स्टेप, right, in that case first step is rate determination step, right, while in case of benzene mechanism second step is a rate determination step, right. डिफरेंस है दोनों में। पहले में क्या है, पहले केसेस में क्या है, फर्स्ट स्टेप जो है, जो एडिशन स्टेप है वो रेट डिटर्मिनेशन स्टेप है, राइट। सेकंड केसेस में क्या है, सेकंड स्टेप जो है, जो एडिशन है वो रेट डिटर्मिनेशन स्टेप है, राइट। तो दोनों में क्या है, डिफरेंस है। उसमें पहला स्टेप रेट डिटर्मिनेशन है और इसमें सेकंड स्टेप रेट डिटर्मिनेशन है। इसलिए ये जो लिविंग ग्रुप है उन पर भी इसका क्या होता है, इफेक्ट होता है, उस पे भी उसका क्या होता है, इफेक्ट होता है। वहां नाइट्रो एक अच्छा लिविंग ग्रुप है, बट हियर नॉट ए गुड लिविंग ग्रुप, right, because here second step is rate determination step, first is not rate determination step. So this is the point, this is important point, right. Based on that we can say how living group affect nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction. So nitro is not a good living group here, right. Nitro is not a good living group, right. So this is important point. Now after that next point come, when we discuss about next factor, you can see next factor is nucleophile. It means attacking group, right. Attacking group also important, right. One is attacking, second is nucleophile, and third is electron withdrawing group. Nucleophile, you can see these are the order of nucleophile, right. These are the order of nucleophile. Start from NH2 minus, then PS3C minus, then PHNH minus, then ARS minus, then OR minus, then R3R2NH, then ARO minus, then OH minus, then this is the order of nucleophile, right, as an attacking group. So which nucleophile is a good nucleophile for nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction? It depend on basicity, it depend on basic nature or basicity of your nucleophile, right. It means if strong basic, if your nucleophile is a strong basic in their nature, it means that is good one nucleophile or for aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction. But here also important thing, if we talk about if we compare, right, aliphatic nucleophilic substitution reaction and aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction, then this is a difference, right. OH is a strong base, but it is a weak nucleophile. It is a weak, you can see ARO minus first and then OH minus, right. So this is strong base but weak nucleophile. And second other thing, Cn minus is not behave like a nucleophile in aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction. Cn minus aliphatic, in aliphatic case it is a good nucleophile, but here it is not a good nucleophile. And second important thing,